Hello there, Mary Farias here with 5 minutes is better than nothing of personal development. We're studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We're in chapter 11, The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. This is page 265. He says it seemed quite significant to the author when he made the discovery that practically every great leader whom he had the privilege of analyzing was a man whose achievements were largely inspired by a woman. In many instances, the woman in the case was a modest, self-denying wife of whom the public had heard but little or nothing. In a few instances, the source of inspiration had been traced to the other woman. Perhaps such cases may not be entirely unknown to you. Intemperance in sex habits is just as detrimental as intemperance in habits of drinking and eating. In this age in which we live, an age when we began which began with the World War, intemperance and habits of sex is common. The orgy of indulgence may account for the shortage of great leaders. No man can avail himself of the forces of his creative imagination while dissipating them. Man is the only creature on earth which violates nature's purpose in this connection. Every other animal indulges its sex nature in moderation and with purpose, which harmonizes with the laws of nature. Every other animal responds to the call of sex only in season. Man's inclination is to declare open season. Every intelligent person knows that stimulation in excess through alcoholic drink and narcotics is a form of intemperance which destroys the vital organs of the body, including the brain. Not every person knows, however, that overindulgence in sex expression may become a habit as destructive and as detrimental to creative effort as narcotics or liquor. A sex mad man is not essentially different than a dope mad man. Both have lost control over their faculties of reason and willpower. Sexual overindulgence may not only destroy reason and willpower, but it may also lead to either temporary or permanent insanity. Many cases of hypochondria, imaginary illness, grow out of habits developed in ignorance of the true function of sex. From these brief references to the subject, it may be readily seen that ignorance on the subject of sex transmutation forces stupendous penalties upon the ignorant on the one hand and withholds from equally stupendous benefits on the other. Widespread ignorance on the subject of sex is due to the fact that the subject has been surrounded with mystery and beclouded by dark silence. The conspiracy of mystery and silence has had the same effect upon the minds of young people that the psychology of prohibition had. The result has been increased curiosity, the desire to acquire more knowledge on this verboten subject, and, to the shame of all lawmakers and most physicians, by training best qualified to educate youth on the subject, information has not been easily available. All right. He says something here that is extremely important. He says that no man can avail himself of the forces of his creative imagination while dissipating them. So here's the thing. We really have to focus our attention. We need to use our intellectual faculty of the will to focus our attention on the thing that we desire, elevating our vibration to that level at a higher level than regular normal thought, and focus our attention there and focus our vibration there. And he says, man is the only creature on earth which violates nature's purpose in the connection of what we do with the sex act, really. And we use it and dissipate our energies. So if we were to really focus our attention and use that energy for the creation of the thing that we truly desire, we can harness that energy and put it towards what it is that we want. And then all of a sudden, we can really bring in that harnessed, marshaled energy of our creative imagination, and we can really attract the answers that we need in order to build the thing that we want. Isn't that a wonderful concept? Think about how you can focus more on your desire. Have a great day.